I am finally doing this video that I've wanted to make for a while now. It is comparing the Burston Prime to the Bratton Prime. And here we go. Let's get started talking about these two amazing weapons. So when I first looked at the Bratton Prime, I thought, okay, the Bratton has some potential. It kind of has this explosive damage to it as well, like most others kind of have. And then it has kind of a recoil to it, most definitely. And that doesn't take away from the weapon at all. It doesn't really affect it as much, and it's not like it affects me as a player even using that weapon if it has recoil on it. It doesn't really affect that, literally, like I said, that much. And then it's got a great magazine. I think it's over like 200 or something like that. So, fire rate, yeah, iffy here and there. Doesn't have the best fire rate, but it's pretty good fire rate. So, most definitely, I enjoy the weapon. And it obviously has good record damage. The evolutions are amazing, which we will be taking a look at the evolutions when we finally do a build on this weapon, which is definitely going to be coming out. Since we're doing a comparison on these two weapons, it is going to come out for these two weapons. So do not worry, they're coming. All right, and then now we talk about the Burston Prime. All right, because Burston Prime is doing really, really amazing. Now, I think a lot of people talked about this weapon, and it seemed like they were trying to overhype the weapon, saying that I think it was like a kind of like a bomb type weapon. Like it was like, I don't know, blowing up in people's faces or something like that. I guess that's how a lot of people were thinking the Burston Prime was gonna be, but it didn't turn out to be that way. Now I'm not hating on the Burston Prime. The Burston Prime is actually really amazing. It turned out fantastic as a weapon. All right, there's definitely some evolutions in there that you might like, or who knows, you might hate. But the evolutions I chose were definitely amazing. I loved it. So that's where we're gonna keep it at. All right, and nothing to be changed about it. And then damage wise, really amazing. Actually, is fantastic. I kind of think that it is a little bit better than a Bratton Prime, but yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it at that. So we're just gonna take a look at these two when it comes to comparing the stats. So of course, everything is looking great for the Bratton Prime because we're comparing it to the Burston Prime. So Bratton on the right side is the green. Bratton has 600 ammo maximum, 80 ammo pickup for both. Fire rate is more better on the Bratton. It's got better fire rate, and then it's got better magazine hold. So pretty normal stuff here. Then it's got less critical chance because the Burston got better critical chance. And everything else damage wise, it's lacking from the Bratton Prime side. Burston's doing way better. So that's one thing that's good about the Burston. Alright, status is great, very high. And critical multiplier is pretty decent. Versus the Bratton Prime is definitely beating it. So these two weapons aren't terrible at all. And when we take a look at, we gotta take a look at it out without equipping it or something like that. You'll see that the Incarnon form will give you 150% critical chance, 6.6 times the crit multiplier, and status, 54%. It's got a heat damage of 155.8. It's got corrosive damage of 262.4. In total, is doing 734 damage. You guys already know it applies the heat when it comes down to the radio attack, and then you got corrosive damage as well. So, yeah, this weapon is pretty amazing. Amazing. It does amazing damage as well. So we're going to take a look at that part. But moving on to the Bratton. Bratton has its fire rate 4.53, Alright, it's got maximum charges of 200 and critical chance of 144%, 7 times the crit multiplier actually, and 48%, status. So corrosive damage is looking great. It's got slash on it. And then you got the radio attack, of course, 286.2 corrosive damage and 190.8 heat damage. So everything's looking pretty good on the Bratron Prime as well. But let's go ahead and compare which one is doing the most damage when it comes to the Incarnon form. But first, we're going to take a look at the Burston Prime. Alright, with this being a good freaking weapon and a new weapon to me since I just got it. Alright, and the Incarnon form, I'm not talking about the primary, the Incarnon, that's what I got. It has over 600 magazine, which is on the Incarnon form. So let's go ahead and shoot this. And it's a rapid fire Incarnon mechanic, which applies heat damage. And it does amazing freaking damage. And look at the magazine. It's only at 505. It did not empty the whole thing. Or did not take a long time just to empty the clip. Because there's still more in the chamber, And that's what I like about Burston Prime. Alright? Burston Prime gives you so much. Alright? With a high good fire rate. I don't think we even saw what the fire rate was for the Incarnon form, which we can't. I keep doing that. The fire rate is like 16, so that's damn near better than the Bratron Prime. And the Bratron Prime only has 4.53, so that's not even good enough. That's not even good. Comparing it to a primary, to its auto, it only has 767. So yeah, they gave the Incarnon form terrible fire rate versus its primary gave it good fire rate. But I think that adds up to its damage because its damage is pretty great for Bratron Prime. I don't think it just crosses any better when you're looking at the Burston Prime, because the Burston Prime did freaking amazing. I think it has something to do with the fact that it has great fire rate too. So that's something you gotta think about. Is the fire rate good? And if it's good, then is it going to impact the weapon by a little or a lot? Most definitely, because that also matters how many bullets is hitting your target. I don't know, per second? Shoot, like, if it's shooting that fast, and it'll kill them that fast. So that type of stuff does matter. And I think, like I said, the Bratron Prime has potential, but it lacks that fire rate potential. And it gives it, kind of takes off points, if you know what I mean, for the Bratron Prime. It's Incarnon form. Definitely kind of does. And, well, that makes the Bratron Prime not useless, but something I wouldn't really use as often as the Burston Prime. So I think overall, by comparing these two weapons, I have to give it to the Burston Prime. Mainly less for its fire rate, more because it has that insane magazine size, bro. That magazine size, 600, is insane. Insane. And maybe this is what people were talking about. This has to be the thing that people were talking about when Burston Prime came to the game. Its adapter is what I'm talking about. Let's not get off track here. That's what I think people were probably saying. Oh, Burston Prime is hitting right now. One of the best Incarnon primary weapons. And the reason why is because its freaking magazine size for its Incarnon adapter is absolutely insane. Crazy. So that, I think that's what is going to make me choose Burston Prime over the Bratron Prime. Bratron Prime definitely does do some insane red crit damage, although this one does too. But I think with damage, I'm gonna say Burston Prime wins. And then on top of that, its magazine is insane. Alright. And I just think that its fire rate is also insane. Clearly, as we see. So why not just give it to the Burston? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about the Burston Prime and the Bratron Prime, and just overall who's better. My vote, Burston. Let me know your vote in the comments below. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Click the next video to see more amazing content by me. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next video.